Hello and welcome to Content Marketing Insider powered by Repurpose.io. I'm Roy Garcia and this is Supercut number 2. If you missed the first one, we suggest that you check it out by clicking the link in the description below. Now, please do us a small favor by clicking the like button and subscribing to the channel so you won't miss out on any of our future episodes. Prepare to be inspired, educated, and motivated as we present the best of Content Marketing Insider, Supercut number 2.
So I believe video is the foundation for everything. Like it really is. I don't care if you're doing email marketing or you're doing Facebook ads or you're doing Google ads or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It is the foundation, especially and I don't think anybody really needs to be told how popular video is today. I mean, short video is, a real dominator, but I look at a pillar video as like, it's a video, anything that is really like, a couple minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. I look at a pillar video, 5 to 10 minutes. It's something that you're able to give a lot of good information in. It's something where you can really expound upon your points. And a lot of people will think, well, if short video is so important and it's so dominating today, why would I want to create something longer? Because the longer videos, I look at it as kind of a tiered system. I look at short video is so powerful because it's a great way to get yourself out there and introduce yourself where people start to see little clips and things of you out there. But then people are going to want to consume more. They're going to want to consume deeper content with you. And that's where a pillar video really comes in, because what happens is, again, it's longer, it's more info that they can consume. But there's a specific way that I build out a pillar video and really setting the concept of, hey, this is what you're going to learn. So it might be, the hook could be something like, are you an entrepreneur struggling to get leads on Facebook? Well, I've got 2 things that I'm going to show you as to why you're probably so frustrated and why you're not getting the results with Facebook or Facebook ads. Kind of driving the pain point home a little bit. And I think that really goes, okay, I really want to watch this video. And all of that, the hook and setting the hook is within about 8 to 10 seconds.
So it's basically just driving the dagger deeper. Like, yeah, wait a minute. You got me there with that. And look, wait, what he's talking about, that's what I'm going for.
And then I always tell people, like, give a first call to action. So if you say that you're creating this for a YouTube video, your first call to action could be, I'm excited that you're here. If you want to get more videos like this, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell. That's a call to action. Now we're going to move right into the content. So all of that is within the first 15 seconds. You've hooked them. You've set the hook. You've given your first call to action to subscribe if they haven't. Very quick, very, to the point, and you get right into the content. And then the content is all about just delivering on the hook and the setting of the hook. I promise you gave them. And I think if you do the hook right, they'll watch a good portion of your video. And that's the important thing. So, and then once you have delivered on the content, you have a final call to action. That's kind of the blueprint for a pillar video. I call it a pillar video because you think of a building that has pillars on it, it's holding the building up. And that's why I call it a pillar video, because it's kind of like a foundational piece. And then that piece of content can be repurposed over and over again. I have videos that I've been repurposing for 5 years, I've been using them over and over again because they're just, good videos. And so you put them out there, but that's the concept of a pillar.
Yeah. If you're looking to be an entrepreneur in, like I said, content creation or anywhere in marketing, you don't have to have your 5-year plan set up. I still don't. I have kind of an idea, but it's just take those first steps. Take something small, use your own account. Don't put yourself out there. It's okay to be that guy who, if you write your own music, produce it, put it out there. Like there's only one way to get better in that sense. And as a marketer, you just do. It's just start. That's the biggest thing. Don't be afraid to do it and continue. The consistency part is the biggest thing. We're on a podcast now. And I think they said 99% of podcasts don't make it past their 20th episode, which is insane. If you get to your 21st episode, you're already in the 1% of all podcasts ever created. And so we're doing great. And it's very similar with content creation. If you can, you don't have to post daily, but find a cadence that's comfortable for you. It gets easier. So your first 10, 20 videos or your 10, 20 projects or whatever you decide to do are going to be like the hardest, most difficult things ever. I felt the same way with stuff that I did. Now I can show up to a shoot 10 minutes early and feel comfortable setting up my rig and filming, very comfortable, not nervous, knowing that, hey, I did this correctly. I know how I'm going to edit it and offload it when I get home. But it didn't get that way till very long into the business. I was fumbling around with stuff for the longest time. I wasn't sure how things work. It's through the consistency. You're going to want to stop and you're going to say, this isn't for me, or I'm not as good as X person, or that person who started a month ago has 100,000 followers and I have 7. What's the deal? The real end goal is just to enjoy what you do. And people won't like what you do unless you enjoy it anyways. And you won't learn how to get better unless you enjoy it. So just do it. Don't stop. Keep doing it. Don't be too hard on yourself. There's people sitting around not doing anything. It's like going to the gym. Nobody can make fun of you for going to the gym, even if you're out of shape. There's a billion people sitting on a couch eating Pringles. No offense to Pringles. I would still be open to a brand deal. Sorry, Pringles.
Same here. I love Pringles. Sour cream.
Yep, same.
There you go. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Or whether it's a social media platform where it's like, hey, like maybe this tool doesn't have an avenue to post to this platform, and it's just a totally different format and I have to do it manually. So you do have to put in the legwork. And that's where the biggest gap is going to come between people who just rely on automation and then people who learn and will become good at their job as a marketer or a content creator. So it's one of those things that you can get from amateur to maybe the medium level, but if you're going to really succeed, whether you have a person you've hired or you learn to do it yourself, you're not going to make it to the upper echelons of being a content creator or a marketer without knowing how or be willing to do the legwork.
I think with all the automation and the artificial intelligence, we will be tempted to just automate practically everything. But the reality is, folks, you cannot automate everything. In fact, you cannot automate humanity. You can get 1 or 2 things, probably not in its entirety. You still need human beings as well. And the human connection and the human collaboration is still there. These are tools. And it's not just to make our lives easier and our work easier, but hoping that if we spend less on the mundane and focus more on the one-on-one things in our business, then that gives us more integrity with our business. I think that's a great thing to talk about, right? When it talks about automation and AI, is to make sure that you don't sacrifice your humanity for the sake of automation and AI. And there's always that line. Just the other day, I was watching this video and he was saying, as much as I want to automate everything, I cannot automate conversations with clients. I cannot automate meetings with people and their needs. So not everything can be automated, guys. There will always
that
be.
personal touch. That personal touch is huge. We've talked really about digital stuff, digital marketing, but a lot of the people I've worked with, it was the phone calls or it was the references from the people I met up with in person. It was the, hey, I showed up and I was at your event and filmed a video, or I met your family. And you don't even have to be, it sounds silly, but you don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the most efficient, but people really enjoy genuine, and someone who wants to work with them and cares about their business or their mission, essentially. So that human side's huge. And like you said, it's something that you won't be able to replace, hopefully ever. So, and it's something that I've really appreciated about the marketing side is how often it connects me with different people from all over the world. And it's just been a really fun experience for me.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of best practices. So the first one we're getting into is what we call the hook, right? We've probably all heard of video hooks, but these are essential. They are the #1 way to get more views on your videos. And we all want more views because more views equals more visibility. The more visibility we get, the more chance that we can build an audience or build a business. Yeah, so the second best practice is to use text on screen. Please, please, please do this. It drives me nuts when I see creators, in a talking head style of video and there's no text on screen. Now, there's a few reasons why this is so beneficial and important. The first one is that it helps with viewer retention. We know how important it is to get lots of watch time, as much watch time as possible on your videos. That is like the #1 factor in your video performance. Another benefit just came to top of mind for that is that it really does help with SEO, search engine optimization, specifically on TikTok. I'm not sure on Shorts how much it helps or Reels, but definitely it is, the algorithm is picking up that information.
I think also that when we do these things, and I know like Wave is a TikTok marketing expert. That's her niche. She's focusing on that. But as we go along with all these other platforms trying to also adapt to the trend, which is short forms, you want to start creating content that can adapt to every single one of them. Anyway, whether it's TikTok or Shorts or Reels, more or less they have the same feel to it, right? There may be certain songs that are available that are trending in one and they're not on this one, but most likely you want to create content that can be applicable to TikTok, that can be applicable to Reels, that can be applicable to Shorts, simply because you want to make sure that your content is out there. I just want to give you an opportunity to talk to our avid watchers and anyone who might be an entrepreneur or who might be, encouraged, but still, on the fences when it comes to starting short form video. What can you tell them and encourage them when it comes to doing short form video?
Yeah. Well, first of all, just start. I know that sounds hard, but it does get easier with time, I promise. And then the other thing you can do is, if you haven't started, is to explore these platforms a little bit more and really be mindful. So pay some mindful attention to how people are creating. What are they doing in the videos that seems to be working? How are they getting engagement? How are they getting attention? That's going to really tell you a lot and give you some, hopefully get those creative juices flowing and really start giving you some ideas and inspiration on how you could do this and what it would look like for you.
And with that, we have ended this epic compilation of Content Marketing Insider powered by Repurpose.io. We hope that you have been inspired, educated, and motivated by the incredible insights of our special guests. We want to thank all our special guests who took the time from their busy schedules to share their expertise and their passions to all of you. Thanks so much, guys. And if you find value in this video, please give us a thumbs up and even share it to your friends. In behalf of Repurpose.io and Content Marketing Insider, thank you for all your support. Again, this is Roy Garcia, and we'll see you again in the next season.